Episode 5 to me is everything. 4 and 5.
Why is it important to you?
It's just a perfect movie. I mean that's too simplistic. The visuals are amazing. The story, any person can relate with what Luke is going through, even if their journey is completely different. Because he's faced with this fundamental question of, should I take fear and hatred or not?
Right.
It's essentially what it is. And what you notice is that he fails time after time after time, even though Yoda's teaching him all this stuff, even though he's going through training on his life journey, which is to face Vader and eventually go and save Vader, which comes later. He's faced with, how am I going to deal with this person who's so just awful?
Yeah, but who he still has
right. I mean,
a fundamental attachment to that he can't get rid of. Like, you can't get rid of the fact that he's your father. You know?
Right, and I mean, he goes in episode 5 very arrogantly looking to take Vader down.
Yeah, which is not about that at all.
Well, I mean, he thought it was. It was completely idiotic and just totally arrogant. It's like if I thought I could beat Federer today. It'd be pretty stupid, right?
Interesting.
And he goes.
It's very outside the box. You're expecting it. The whole audience is expecting it to be like, a showdown between them, but it's not that at all. Like, in terms of like physical, like lightsaber prowess and stuff. Like, can Luke beat Vader? No, he can't. But there's this whole other aspect to it that you're not expecting.
What's that other aspect?
The fact that they're kin. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. And
so that's the whole conflict.
When you go into any engagement, whether it's a tennis match or a lightsaber battle or a filming studio, you have two people or however many people with whatever intentions, whatever they're trying to get out of what it is. And that's the reason they're there.
Yeah.
Right? So with Vader's not there to kill Luke or anything. He's there to get Luke.
Right.
He wants to train him. He found out he has a son, and he had no idea that he even had a son.
Yeah.
The Emperor just sprung that on him, right?
Right, because he would assume that they died with Padme.
Right. Now, at the time the movie was written, this whole backstory wasn't fleshed out, which is why in this movie, in the re-release, they've changed the dialogue with the Emperor and Vader. But nonetheless, he thought that, regardless of what the backstory was, he knows he has a son, and he wants to get him.
Yeah.
I want to be with my son and train him in whatever arts I can train him in, and that's what it is.
It's interesting how
we always misunderstand and misperceive what we are to other people.
Yeah.
Luke thinks that he's going to kill Vader. It's ridiculous, right? Vader is in control of the whole thing. Vader lured Luke to come out here.
Right.
Do you know why he tortured Han Solo?
To get Luke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, to give him the vision of his friends being tortured.
Right. So.
Because Han Solo says they didn't even ask me any questions.
Right. So at like 1:16 in the movie, Luke is using the Force, and he sees Han and Leia suffering in the Cloud City, and he decides to go. At like 1:26 in the movie, Vader is actually torturing Han.
Right.
Right? Vader did that in the future so that Luke in the past would see and then come. He's in control of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Except he couldn't have thought that Luke would fall to his death instead of join him. It's inconceivable to Vader, because Vader, the whole reason he's so evil is because he's all about self-preservation.
It's a total manipulation too. Like, his love for his son, like, is, it's there on some level, but like his whole motivation is to manipulate Luke just to join him, right?
And to increase his own power.
Right. Yeah.
He wants to overthrow the Emperor jointly with Luke.
Right.
And in his he looks really cool and awesome, but the reason he can't overthrow the Emperor is because he's maimed, he's literally on life support. He really looks cool.
Yeah.
But he's literally pretty much half a human inside there. And I don't mean that in any emotional way. I mean, he's literally like half a person.
Yeah.
So he needs a strong, full person. It doesn't do him much good that he cuts Luke's arm off. But
right. Yeah. Interesting.
And that's the different dimensions of it. He has love for him on one hand. On the other hand, he wants to use him.
Yeah.
That's what changes in the next movie. But anyway, Empire Strikes Back, Luke goes in with the fear and the hatred each time. He swings first at Vader. He draws his lightsaber first. He goes into this cave, and I don't want to get into the cave story, and it's only at the end that when Vader gives him the choice of joining him on the dark side or nothing. I mean, his other option is to fall to his death.
Right, yeah.
He chooses to fall. Luckily, he gets saved. Then he uses when he really needed it, he used the Force and was able to get Leia to come save him.
Mm-hmm.
But it was that
total sacrifice. Like
it was just a sacrifice of his own life.
Ultimate sacrifice. Yeah.
And he finally made the right choice, and that's why he made it out that time.
He could have been self-preservation mode and just said yes, and then kind of plotted his
Yeah,
way
you could
around that.
right think like, well, I can either die or I can join the dark side and maybe just escape this guy later.
Yeah.
What would strategically be smarter?
Right.
Strategically, obviously, that'd be smarter.
But I mean, even Yoda said that you'll become. Oh no, he's saying that about Vader. He became an agent of evil.
No, he said.
He says that about Luke. You will
Yeah.
become an agent of evil.
Yeah. You'll
Yeah.
become an agent of evil if you take the quick and easy path, as Vader did.
Mm-hmm.
If you take the quick and easy path, as Vader did,
Yeah.
you'll become an agent of evil.
And he didn't.
He did up till the point that he didn't.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Only at the end did he make the right choice. But notice, right?
Well, Yoda's probably referring to that situation because Yoda knows that Vader's going to try and like turn him. I imagine he knows the whole deal, right?
Yoda.
So when he says, "If you take the quick and easy path, you'll become an agent of evil."
You know what? I never thought of that.
That's probably what he's referring to, is that choice that he's going to have to make no matter what, like either join him or die.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just thought he was speaking metaphorically. Yeah.
Always emotion is the future.
Yeah.